A major fear for retirees is running out of money. One level below that, what causes people to run out of money? One of them, the top ones, is sequence of return risk. Are you going to get low returns at the beginning of your retirement so you draw out more and more money and then can run out? Here's a little more technical definition of sequence return risk. Refers to the danger that a poor market performance early in retirement combined with ongoing withdrawals can significantly deplete a portfolio and increase the chance of running out of money later. It is most pronounced in the first 5 to 10 years of retirement because early losses magnify the impact of withdrawals, leaving less capital to recover during better times. So I created a scenario and we're going to look at it in GROK. Okay, so let's go share my screen. I think you're going to enjoy this. There you go. Okay, so you can see up here at the top, I just selected GROK, G-R-O-K, and I typed in, I am married and 61. My wife is 59. Both of us are retired. Now, this is important. This is not my exact scenario, but it's directionally correct for me, okay? But so this is not exact. I retired in 2019 with $2 million. This has grown by 12% compounded annual growth rate. That number is accurate, 12%. You know the inflation. I'm talking to GROK. I'm talking to them like I got a PhD in finance with me. Use 2.75% long-term inflation going forward. I need 4% of my $2 million portfolio in 19. So in 19, I just wanted 4% rule of that value and increase that for inflation. So that's the 4% rule. I don't use that, but to make this simpler, I use that. So my questions are, two of them. Do I really need to worry about sequence of return risk in 2026 and going forward? Show data and sources. And this is based on, hey, I've gotten for the first 6 years, maybe 7. Gosh, it's been great. Is this something I should just dial back my stress on? Number 2, I'm currently 80-20 in stocks to fixed. Can I increase that to 90-10 or even 100-0, giving the outstanding returns of the first 6 years of retirement? So I thought this was fascinating. Actually, this came from a viewer, but I have seen no content on this, and that's why I made this video. So here's the input or output. It took 2 minutes and 12 seconds for GROK to give me this back. And we're going to start with the second paragraph because I already read the first one. In your case, you have already navigated the first 6 years of retirement with strong 12% compounded annual growth rate, bringing your portfolio from 2 million to right at 4 million, accounting for 4 million. Your initial $80,000 annual expense needed from that's 4% of 2 million, in 2019 has adjusted for inflation rates of 2.3, 1.4, 7.0, that was ugly, 6.5, that was ugly, 3.4, not great, and 2.9 in 2024. So real inflation returns, making my expenses in 2025 106 or 100.6 per year. So in GROK, just AI is just fabulous. Your current withdrawal rate of 2.55%, that's the 100,000 as it relates to almost 4 million, is far below the 4% rule, which is considered safe. At this low rate, even a severe market downturn of 40 to 50% would leave my portfolio at $2 million. With a post-drop withdrawal rate of 45%. So you're still manageable, still right there where you need to be, especially if you have the flexibility to temporarily reduce spending. Studies and simulations show that sequence of return risk diminishes significantly once early retirement phases passes with early positive returns. As the larger portfolio buffer reduces vulnerability and future volatility. Got a larger portfolio and you can handle a 40% drop. If you can handle it emotionally, your funds can handle it. If you can handle it emotionally, is what they're trying to say here. Going forward with a 2.75% annual inflation, your expenses will grow modestly, but your effective withdrawal rate should remain low enough to make sequence of return risk a minor concern at your starting 4% withdrawal rate. Now, so this says, yes, if I keep my withdrawal rate lower, you can do that. The challenge here is, expense creep, lifestyle creep. Should I spend more money in this example? Yes, you can spend more money, but then you got to be worried about sequence of return risk. So, and this is just, a moment in time of like, hey, wait a second, if I keep spending like I am spending, should I invest more in the stock market? Do I need to stop worrying about this? So as hopefully you can see how you can use GROK to ask customized questions to you. Then the second part of that, and these are things I really am thinking about. So this exercise is not just for you, it's for me, and I'm just sharing it with you. So can I increase my risk profile to 90-10 equities to fixed, or even 100% zero given the outstanding returns in the first 6 years? GROK's answer is yes. That could make sense given your portfolio strong growth and resulting in and having a low withdrawal rate of 2.55%. Traditional advice often calls for reducing equity exposure with age to minimize volatility, but research suggests that maintaining or increasing stocks in retirement can be a hedge against inflation. Inflation is the real danger in retirement, in my opinion. Sequence of return risk, yes, is real. There's a lot of luck involved, but inflation is this silent killer. So let's see, where was I at? Research maintaining hedge against inflation, combat longevity, and support higher growth for legacy goals. Okay, decrease in equity allocation over time can actually increase the portfolio probability of failure in some simulations because it limits your growth potential. A rising equity glide path, and that's what this is called after you pass sequence of return risk, maybe in 5 or 10 years of good returns, and then you maybe have a 60-40, 70-30 portfolio that you can raise that after you get past that sequence of return main part of the risk, especially like me, if you're in this scenario where you lower your withdrawal rate, you can raise called a rising equity glide path, starting with moderate stocks and increasing them over time, has been explored by Wade Pfau and Michael Kitces, showing potential benefits by reducing sequence of return risk and keeping more fixed income early and ramping up stocks later. Your 80-20 starts to align with this, and your outsized gains in your first 6 years seems to be there's not much risk in that. At 100% zero, you'd face more short-term volatility, but with low withdrawal rate, you have ample cushion. Historical data and backtests indicate such allocations of 2 to 3% withdrawals have nearly 100% success over long-term horizon. Ultimately, this depends on your risk tolerance and goals. Consider stress testing via financial planning software. I have stress tested this with my actual numbers inside of Boldin, and it gives me a very high probability of success, mainly because of the stock market returns that I've gotten so far and me not increasing my lifestyle with that. Okay, not increasing my lifestyle. It's been pretty major. So The point here is not for you to, this situation to be perfectly applied to you. I'm sharing this so you can see the power of AI, the power of GROK, running ideas customized to you. I think this gives me a lot of confidence. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put this same question to ChatGPT, see what kind of answer I get. And then I also put it in, like I said, I put it in my Boldin, where my plan is, and run it there. So I've got 3 inputs, separate inputs on my plan and my spending, uh, which gives me great confidence to sleep at night and to spend. Confidence to spend is a big deal in retirement. That was a big surprise for me. It's going to be for you. So hopefully you're learning a little bit about GROK. My challenge to you is to get on GROK, get on ChatGPT, start asking it questions. Don't make the questions simple and make it a dialogue. Like, imagine you have a certified financial planner with 40 years of experience in the room with you. They got a PhD in the topic, and you have access to that knowledge. Have a dialogue with them and follow up questions. Okay. It's Joe out.